y'all, welcome to the Crafty Diamond. I am Debbie. Today is my weekly WIP Chat, and if you are not familiar what a WIP Chat is, that is a work in progress, and I am going to be continuing working on The Moon by Alphonse Mucha, and this is from Diamond Painting Shop, and I am over, I would say, about 75% complete. I don't think I will have this completed by the end of August like I had hoped, but maybe the end of September. I haven't been working on this one as much as I would have liked to. I have other WIPs in the works, and so I've been working on those more so than this one, but I am going to be using my new pen, and this is from Custom Pens by Cheryl, and it is a really pretty gold pen. I am continuing to use this yellow tray, and this is from Firefly Fireworks, and this one is one that was given to me in my swag bag from the Great Lakes Escape Retreat. I am also using Randa's Crafty Corner bubblegum, and I need to order some more. I love Randa's putty, and I need to see if she has some fall ones out yet. I'm going to go ahead and put just a little bit more in my pen. I am using my Elizabeth Ward trays, and I love my Elizabeth Ward containers. I have several, but they're mostly in use, so I want to go ahead and kit down a couple that I've already completed. That way I can kit something up for September, which is really weird to be thinking of September already, but I know what I want to work on. I know what I think I have narrowed it down to what events I'm going to be doing. So we'll see. But let me pick a color here. I'm working on this one section that has a lot of yellow in her dress. Oh, and if you hear a noise like that, that is actually on this pen. It is a cool pen. It is not something that I have ever had before, but when you move the pen a little bit, it does have a rain sound, and so I think that it's really cool. It's very soothing, and to me it kind of sounds like an old baby rattle that my kids used to have, and my kids are older, so I don't even know if they even have baby rattles anymore. I guess they do, but welcome to those of you that are new. I do have some new subscribers and from the past couple of weeks. So thank you for joining our friends and family here. And to those that are not new, welcome back. I really appreciate all of you guys' support. And let me know how everybody is doing. I hope that everyone's doing okay. If you are wrapping up your summer like we are, I hope that you had a really nice summer, and I hope that if it is as hot where it is where you are as it is here, that you guys are actually going to be cooling down some. I was hoping that we would be, but we're going back up into the high 90s, and the heat index is going to feel over 103 this week. So definitely not looking forward to that. And on top of that, my AC in my car is not working very well, which is definitely a bummer. And so my husband works on cars. He likes to do that just as a hobby, and he has done that for years. And so he told me that more than likely with my car that it just needed to be recharged, and that should do the trick. Well, we took it last week and our mechanic couldn't get to it, and so we took it back this week and dropped it off on Sunday, yesterday for me, and we were hoping that they'd be able to get to it first thing on Monday. which is today. And my husband said, oh, it should be, a couple $100 and, not a problem just for them to go in and to recharge it and to add more Freon. Well, the guy just called me and oh no, it couldn't have been that easy. He said there wasn't a Freon leak, didn't see any issues there. It is fully charged. And so now he needs to go in and check the compressor, check all the lines, see if it's stopped up or if there is a leak somewhere that's in the system that he can't see. And it's going to be a minimum of $700. So wasn't real happy about that. And so I called my husband because it's my car. And so but I don't know anything about cars. And so I called him and I asked him, I told him what they said. I said, you think they're trying to get just money out of me? Or do you think that that this really is going to be this kind of an issue? And so he said that who I had taken it to, he's used them in the past, and that he thinks that if that's what they say, and if I want to have AC, then I'm going to have to break down and have that done. So that is my wonderful early morning, unfortunately, news. But my car is older. I honestly can't complain. That is a lot of money, but I have to have air. And my car is a 2012, but it has been such a good car. I've taken really good care of it. I don't have a car payment, haven't had one for a number of years. My car still looks new. That's how well I've taken care of it. Has a few scratches, but it's not bad. The inside still looks new. And so I went ahead and told them, go ahead and do it, because with my daughter riding in the car with me when we go places and things, with me, I really don't have to drive my car that much, just from work and home. And I go to work so early that I don't really need it. I can use it and it still works. But once it gets hot out, it just does not, it doesn't work. It'll blow a little bit of air, but it's not cool, at all. And with her, she gets really bad headaches, not a migraine, but just a headache if she gets overheated. And I used to do that when I was younger, but mine would go into a full-blown migraine. And so decided, I need air. I'm not going to get rid of my car. I thought about trading my car in at one point this year and buying a newer car, but started looking at the prices, and for what I have and for all the things that I want on it, it was just going to cost way too much. It's like, I don't want to do that. I don't drive my car that much. There's nothing wrong with my car. I don't need to have a car payment and a new car just to have something new. So I'm going to go ahead and hopefully, he said that was the starting point, which that doesn't sound very good, but hopefully they will not find anything major. Hopefully it is not the compressor, because that could be a lot of money. So we will see. And I hope that they're able to have my car back to me by today, because I really need it tomorrow. I have to go on campus. I will not have a car. So I don't know. I'll have to wait and see, but wish me luck on my car. I probably should have had this done earlier in the summer, but it really wasn't that bad. It wasn't to the point of I just have to have it done. And so now it's pretty much, I have to have this done, because if I use it to travel, I need AC. And if I go very far, 45 minutes, then I still don't want to burn up. So I'm going to go ahead and just have my car fixed. At least it's nothing major. And yeah, I could do without an AC, but I have the money and I'd rather go ahead and have AC than not. So hopefully that is not going to be bad news for me and nothing else is going to happen. We'll see though how the week progresses. I do go back on campus tomorrow, so today I am doing as much as I can at home to get things done that I would like to have done before I start back full-blown work. But I am working today from home. It's the first day of the fall semester, which is really funny because you know it's going to be in the 90s today and we're talking fall semester, but that is how it goes. We tend to start rather early in the South. The actual schools, the public schools, have been going now full strength ahead since August the 1st. So they've already gotten into kids going back, parents getting used to kids going back. And Paige will be starting a photography class in the next couple of weeks. So she is really excited about that. And I am looking forward to seeing what the class looks like and also if she's going to like it. And I think she's going to. She loves taking pictures of people, and she really likes taking pictures of animals and things. So, and she's good. So I think that she is going to enjoy that class. That's going to keep her busy. She's just taking one class right now instead of taking multiple, more than one class, because I don't know if she can handle more than one. And she's not getting a degree or anything, not right now. I don't foresee that, or she's not getting a certificate. There's a couple of places I did check into that might be good for a certification for her, but I'm not sure if they're going to work. So I'm just waiting until we are assigned a mentor for her photography that she wants to do. We do have a place here. It's a Votech that is for special needs. And so we have someone that is her, I'm not even sure, I guess her advocate is the best thing to call her. And then we are going to have some testing done with Paige to see if maybe she likes something else as well as photography. And it's part of the program. We don't have to do it, but I encourage her to, because I said you may find something that you like that you can combine with photography that we haven't even thought about. And so we're waiting for that to come up for her to take those. And then we're also going to have another evaluation for her to possibly see if there's any programs out there that she can do. And this evaluation will help. And she's had these before, but they have to do it for their program. They can't use anyone else's. They can look and see what other, people have said about her, whether it was teachers or doctors or therapists or whatever, but they have to do their own. So we're just kind of waiting to see on that. And then my oldest daughter, Maddie, is doing very well. She's still working and she'll be starting a program soon through the hospital that she's working for. Both of my girls have recently had birthdays, so now it's hard to believe I have a 25-year-old and a 22-year-old. So that really makes me feel old. Paige's birthday was this past week on Thursday. And so I took off work. We celebrated her birthday all day. We went shopping. And she's so funny. She is very frugal, especially when it comes to her money. And she had some birthday money. She had some Christmas money that she still hasn't used, or Christmas, it was a certificate, gift certificate. So I said, why don't we go shopping? And so she looked around, and she had quite a bit of certificates left, but she only bought 2 small things and she put the rest up. And then she got some money for her birthday, and I think she'll get some more money for her birthday. And so I asked her, I said, what do you want to do with your birthday money? And so she said she wants to put it in the bank. So I'm like, yeah, that's good. Okay, we can do that. You don't have to buy anything. So we're going to do that. And then she got 2 cakes. And I told her, I said, I do not need any more cake. This is it. We need to finish these cakes, because normally I don't eat a lot of sweets, and I really do like sweets. I'm not crazy about them, but sometimes I have sweet cravings. And apparently this past week I have been craving sweets quite a bit, because we had her birthday cake Thursday night after dinner. And so she is really good at cutting cake, and she enjoys doing that. So she cut a piece for me and her. My husband does not like the store-bought cakes. He thinks they're just too sweet, and he likes chocolate, and she doesn't. She does not like chocolate. So he just wasn't interested in her cake. But of course he sat while we ate cake, and I had a slice of cake. And then the next day on Friday, she had cake, and she went and brought me some. I'm like, I do not need any more cake, but since you brought me some, I'll eat it. And then she went out with her dad and her stepmother on Sunday for lunch for her birthday, and they gave her a cake. So she brought that cake home. And then on Sunday night, she said, well, I'm going to have some cake. And I said, okay, fine. And she said, you need to have some of this cake. It's really good. So, okay, I'll have more cake. And so I had some more cake, and she cut a slice, and she said, I cut this a little bit big, but you don't have to eat it all if you don't want to. So I'm like, okay, I probably won't. Well, what did I do? I ate all of the cake. And so she came back in there, and she said, well, where's your cake? And I said, I ate it. And then she started laughing, and she said, you ate all of that cake? Yes, I did. And it really wasn't a huge slice, but it was a good sized slice. So, and I told her, I said, that's it. I do not want any more cake. Do not ask me when you go and you cut you a piece of cake. Do not ask, because I do not need any more cake. I don't need these sweets. I don't need all this sugar. And I do not want to gain a bunch of weight because I'm eating birthday cake. So hopefully she will get that finished up, and we will be done with the birthday cakes. But she did have a really good day. We just spent time together. I asked her if she wanted her best friend, invite her over. And she said, no, let's just have a day for just the 2 of us. So I said, okay, that's good with me. And so that's what we did. And then after we went out for a little bit, we had lunch out. And then we also had dinner. She wanted to have dinner picked up from her favorite restaurant. She didn't want to go in. And so that's what we did for Thursday night. And then I had some decorations, decorated her room for her birthday. And so she liked that. And then she wanted to diamond paint. So we diamond painted together. And she is really getting back into diamond painting again. She's loving seeing how her canvas is turning out. And I thought, well, I'll have her on my WIP Chat today, but I'm doing this kind of early in the morning because I do have to work, and she's still asleep. So since she's still asleep, I thought, well, that's not going to work. I didn't want to wait until she woke up. I want to go ahead and get this done so I can have it ready for Tuesday. So maybe she will be on my WIP Chat next week. I might start my WIP Chat next Sunday, just start working on it. And that way she can be on it for a little bit, and then I can finish up next Monday. But we shall see on that. But I didn't want to wake her up, letting her sleep while she can, because once she gets started with this program, then she's going to have to get up early. So just letting her enjoying what little summer that she's going to have left. So that's kind of what's going on here. And it's just been busy during the week. We are taking the dogs to have them groomed. They desperately need it. They don't really need to be clipped, but they need baths. And for my little dog, I can easily give her a bath. I mean, that's no big deal. She weighs all but like 12 pounds, and she's so easy. I can just pick her up and put her in the tub, whether she likes it or not. She doesn't like baths, but at least when I pick her up, she's easy to pick up. I don't have to fight her. But my collie, that's a different story. She weighs about 48 pounds, and she's small for a collie, but she is stout. When she puts her weight on her back legs, you cannot budge her. So trying to get her in the bathtub is not the easiest thing in the world. It's actually rather difficult. And it takes my husband and I, both of us, to try to get her in there. And so then trying to get her dried off, because her coat is very thick. She has, typical collie hair. It is very thick, and it takes forever to dry. She's scared of the blow dryer, and just trying to get her dried out, it's just not easy. So I just decide to take her to our groomer. She doesn't mind the groomer. She lets the groomer do whatever the groomer wants to do to her, and she is perfectly happy. But when it comes to us and she knows that she's going upstairs into the bathroom, then she knows that it's bath time, and then she runs and you have to chase her. And so I just decided, nope, I'm not going to go there. I will just pay to have her bathed, and that way I don't have to do it either. I did not bring my cover minder into the room where I do my filming, and the actual paper here, the plastic, keeps moving. I thought I had it to where it would be okay. I probably should have, once I realized I didn't have my cover minder, I should have went ahead and went and gotten it, but I didn't. I mean, it's okay. It will be just fine. This canvas is going to be so pretty, but it is a large one. And that's how a lot of the Summer with the Masters are. They are really large. And I am enjoying still working on this one. I just have not spent that much time on this one the past couple of weeks. I have so many others that I'm working on, and I'm trying to rotate, work on one for a day when I'm able to diamond paint. And when I say a day, it's like maybe 2 to 4 hours lately. And I'll work on that one. Then I try to rotate and work on another one. But I had one that I was getting closer to completion. and I decided that one has been around for so long. I need to get that one completed and out of my stash. And so I did. And that one is Dragon Lady. And that is a really pretty one. It turned out gorgeous. It's more watercolorish. I do have a post review on my channel on that one, and I will put that in the description as well as in the top of the eye if you would like to see that. But I did get her completed on August the 2nd, and I need to take a photo and load it on Instagram showing the completion. I have just gotten really bad about posting on Instagram. And I like doing it. I'm on there looking at others' postings, but I just am bad about not showing my progress. And I really need to get better. And there's no reason. I mean, there's no reason why I'm not doing it. I just don't. So I definitely need to get better on social media than what I have been. I'm changing colors quite a bit on this one. I do have some ABs that I just put down, and I don't like to multi-place with ABs. I prefer just a single place with them. Trying to see what color that I want to do next. There are some that I can actually multi-place. Let's look for a D. I'm going to have plenty of drills left over, or at least I think I'm going to with this kit. I should not have any issues with missing drills. Trying to keep my head out of the way. Sometimes that's not easy. It's just hard to believe that we are about to go into the fall months. And I love fall. I am looking forward to working on fall kits. I am looking forward to the cooler weather, although we don't usually get really nice and cool weather until usually maybe the middle of September. It will start cooling off, but we don't really get nice, cool, crisp mornings until usually October. But I'm just really over this heat. I want to work outside, but it's just so hot that you really can't do it. My husband used to work outside on transformers with our local utility company, and he ended up changing positions there, and now he is inside, but he works for their supply chain management, and he knows what the ones out in the field need. If they call and ask him, they're not sure, and so he can tell them, this is the part you're going to need. You're going to need this particular model. And so that's what he's been doing. And he's been keeping up with their inventory and different things like that. So he is inside a warehouse. And although the warehouse is really hot, they do have fans. He has an air conditioner in his office. And so he is not used to being outside like he used to. When he worked on transformers, he was outside all the time. And now that he's not, he can't work out in the heat like he used to. It would not bother him. He could work outside in the summer in the yard, or if he wanted to work on cars or whatever he wanted to do, he was able to do that and not have any problems. And unfortunately, he's also gotten older now too. So now he's not used to the heat. He was out in the garage yesterday working on getting his tools organized. He bought a new cabinet for our garage, and he's working on getting the garage organized. And he just likes to, do something. And so he wanted to really focus on the garage since he can't really get out in the yard. And even in the garage, he came in several times yesterday and he was just burning up. His face was really red. And so I told him, you should not be out there. This is not a good time for you to be out in the garage, even with these heavy duty fans that he had blowing. I mean, you just don't need to do that. And so now he kind of hates the fact that he can't work out like he used to. And that does have to do with age too. But he got quite a bit done. And since he was out in the yard and out in the garage all day yesterday, I was able to get quite a bit done in the house. I also diamond painted a lot. So I have had a really good, productive August so far with diamond painting. And I was going to make some cards. I did start to work on some backgrounds on my cards, and I am hoping to work on those some more in the evenings this week. I need to get back to that. And we are getting back to my weekly Wednesday night card group that we do online. And I'm really looking forward to this Wednesday. I've missed all of the ladies that are part of my group, and I missed crafting with them, so definitely looking forward to that. I need to figure out what I want to work on. I don't want to just get to Wednesday night and then not have a clue what I want to do, but I'm pretty sure I know what I want to work on. I also need to get caught up on my memory planning, and I have said that I'm going to show my memory planning and my Bible journaling on my channel, and I am going to. I would like to get a little caught up on my memory planning before I do that, and I've got to figure out how to do that because I do have some that on my memory planning, it shows people that I don't want to just have all over the internet. So I'm going to have to just put something over their faces or blur it, and I can do that. So that's what I'm going to do. I was going to have a video to come out yesterday on my memory planning, and I'm just not ready to show that yet. And I thought I'll do my memory planning and my Bible journaling together. So that will be an upcoming video. I'm going to put it off just a little bit, but I am going to do it. And I have another completion. I did a small one that I wanted something that had quite a bit of color blocking and that was small enough that I could work on a lap tray and sit outside. And all the ones that I've been working on are just too big for that. And then also, I just wanted to have a finish to make me feel like, well, I've gotten something done. And so now I'm going to have two finishes for August. I probably won't have to, well, I may have a third one. I shouldn't say that. I may have a third one that's going to be smashing the specials. And I've got some coasters that I want to work on. And I also have a small diamond painting that I had gotten from Tmall, diamond painting with sparklers. That was in our swag bag, and so I want to work on that, and that will be very quick. That should not take me very long, so I should have that one as a completion. But as for completions on my WIPs, my work in progress, I don't think I will have any more of those to be completed. I would love to, but I am working on this one, which is rather large. I may, if I get lucky and I have a lot of time over the next couple of weekends, I might can get this one finished. So that would be really nice. I am working on my Cheryl Baker, and I love that one. That's the one that's my go-to. When I have multiple WIPs, I don't know if you guys are like this, but when I have multiple WIPs going on, I tend to gravitate towards one. And the one right now that I always want to sit down and work on is my Professor Oliver. I just love him. Professor Oliver McCrum. And he is from Cheryl Baker and Diamond Art Club. And I am doing that for the Cheryl Baker event that is in August and September. And he is so much fun to work on. I've been working on that one in my craft room because I am using my new credenza, and I love that. I wasn't sure if I would like it. I paid more than what I ever thought that I would pay for an organizer, but that was a belated Christmas present from last year, and I really do like it. I can see I'm going to be using that in my future for several kits. That's going to be confetti heavy. I think it is going to be perfect to use with several of my kits. So you'll definitely see those in future videos. And I thought about doing that one today, but my dogs are downstairs. It's early morning, and the sun, it's just not natural light because my craft room is in the basement, which is fine. I love my craft room, but I don't always get natural light coming in. I have one small window, and where my table is that I diamond paint on, it is not close to the window. Doesn't really, you can't really see the natural light coming in, and I prefer natural light whenever I am doing my videos. I think it looks better. It's easier for me to see it. I don't have to bring a light pad usually when I'm working in my office, because I'm not using the light pad now. But I will be doing that one on a future video. Maybe I'll do that on the next WIP Chat. If I do it at a later time in the day, I will get a little bit more sunlight coming through that window. So that would be a plan. I know I won't get that one finished. It will be finished though next month. That's the plan. And as far as diamond painting goes for next month, for September, I do want to pull out a fall canvas. I have several. I don't know if I want to do a Halloween canvas or just a fall. I have a couple of witches that I would like to do from Dye Moon Shop. So I don't know. I have a Carrot Art cute little witch that I have on that one that I bought last year. It's like a little girl, and she has a little witch costume, or more so a hat on. And that one is a small one. So I do want to get to that either in September or October. So I'm looking at, when I think fall, I think September, October, and even November would work on some fall. And then I'm really wanting to work on a landscape. It has been a very, very long time since I have done a landscape. And I have one that I have started on that I might go ahead and bring that out of my closet and work on that one. Just do maybe a couple of sections. I don't see a point in starting a new landscape WIP when I have that one already started. But then I think about next month is the chuck along, and I've only done the chuck along once. And I think this will be like chuck along 6 maybe. And so I'd like to do that, but that means I'd have to start another canvas in addition to a fall canvas that I want to do. So I'm not sure about the chuck along. That one may have to wait until the next one. And I know there'll be more chuck alongs, and I may just wait and do a chuck along, do the chuck along then, and just wait on a chuck pinson. But I may one day this week, if I'm still itching to do a landscape, I might get that one out and get back to it. But then that means I have yet another WIP out, and that's okay because, I have them. It's not like that I don't have that WIP already going. And I want to start on a Dreamer Designs. That's going to be next year's project. I was thinking about having a project that I would start on in January, and I would just work on it all year. And I thought I could do another Josephine wall, but I don't really want that to be my year project. And I will be doing with Angie, I will be doing the J-Wall event again next year. So I really don't want to have a J-Wall as my year. But I have a huge canvas that I purchased from Dreamer Designs, and it will be the largest canvas that I've ever done. So I'm thinking about doing that next year, and maybe do a section a week and just, commit to that and don't do more than that, and just have that as a year-long commitment. And I am going to start keeping time on how long it takes me to do some of the larger ones, just out of fun. I'm not doing it to see if I'm getting faster or anything like that. I'm just curious to see how long it takes me to do some of my actual larger canvases, especially some of the ones that are detailed. And the Dreamer design that I'm talking about is very detailed. I've also purchased another kit from Jaded Gem Shop, and this one is probably, I'm not sure unless I really look at the dimensions again, but I think that the one that I bought from Jade, I think it's going to be larger than the Dreamer design. And that one, I'm thinking about giving that one as a gift, completing it, giving it as a gift. But if it turns out the way that I think it's going to and what I have seen so far, then I may end up keeping it for myself. But I don't know, because I'm not sure if I have the space for it. I do have one wall right now, but by the time that I finish it, I may not. I'm filling in some of this letter here. The symbol is a D. You probably can't see this one little side. I had a couple that were missing, so I wanted to go ahead and get those in before I missed it. There are a lot of D's here. Some of this I'm able to multi-place, which is really nice, but then there's some confetti that's mixed all in here, and so it's kind of hard to see. I may have gotten all, no, I haven't gotten all the D's. There's a bunch here. So let me know what you guys are up to. Let me know what you're working on, how things are going with you. And just let me know if there's anything that you would like to see on my channel. I do have several videos that I'm working on that I need to go ahead and get edited and uploaded. I have a part 2 on my reorganization for my squares, and I really need to get that done. I planned on doing part 2 right after the next week after I did part 1, and that just did not happen. That's when I was traveling, and then a lot of things were going on, and just did not get back to the organization. So I need to do that. I do have some unboxings I want to do. I'm trying to hold off on the unboxings for a little bit, because if I unbox some of the ones that I have recently, or I shouldn't say recent, I haven't recently purchased anything, but if for some of the things that I've had for a little while, if I unbox, I know I'm going to want to start, and I'm not starting on anything except for a fall start in September. And I really got to think about that one. It's like, do I want to start on a larger one and just have that one, work on that one with the other ones that I have? I have this one that's large. I still have Josephine Wall. So I don't know. But I need to start looking through and seeing, what exactly is calling to me that is fall. It definitely has to be fall. And I've seen so many new ones, new fall canvases that have come out from different companies. But I am trying to go through my stash and being very intentional with what I purchase. I did not buy anything from Diamond Art Club. I haven't bought anything for their new releases. I was really good this past week. I really thought about it, but I did not. I have some on my wish list, and I will revisit my wish list in a couple of months or when they come back in stock. But right now, I'm just not in the mood to purchase. But then I get in these moods. Do you guys get that way to where even though you may have plenty to work on, you just get into a mood where I want to buy another diamond painting. I'm in the mood to buy something. I'm going to look and see on different sites what I want to purchase, if anything. Or I'm in the mood to buy a pen or a new tray, or whatever it may be, whatever it may look like. I get that way sometimes, and then I'll start looking, and then sometimes I find something, and of course sometimes I don't. But I'm trying to be very intentional because I do have plenty. And I would love the ones I have. I want to work on those. So if I don't look, I won't find anything. I'm going to call it good for today. I hope that if you wanted to work on something, that you were able to get something completed, or that you were able to make some progress, or if you just wanted to work on housework or just do nothing, then I hope that you were able to do just that. I am going to continue working on this later on today. I'm hoping to get this section here all completed, so I'll have yet another row completed, and then I can start on the upper portion of this canvas. I am almost done with her dress. Once I get to this little part here and finish all of this, her dress pretty much will be finished, and then I will get to start working on her skin tone and on her hair. And so that's going to be a lot of fun, and then also the moon. So I'm really making some progress, just not as much as I would have liked to have made at this point, but progress is progress. Thanks so much again for joining me today. If you like this video and you'd like to see more content, please click on the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. And if you would, please click on the like button if you like this video before you leave. I hope to see you again soon, and until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye.